Hey guys, how y'all doing? It is the first Sunday in June. Can you believe it? I know that I can't, but it is what it is. And so, haven't taken you on a garden tour in a couple of weeks, so I thought this would be a great opportunity. It is still a little bit early in the afternoon here, so it's going to be a little bit of a glare, so maybe not the best photographic time, but it's the time that I have, and I think all the rest of you out there probably understand that. So let's go take a walk around the garden and see what we can find. Okay, we're going to start up here at the front first. I think y'all remember that the green beans, I plant them in these pots up here so they can climb on the yard fence. And they are taking off, as you can see, and growing above the fence now. So they are starting to take off just a little bit. I'm believing I'm going to have blooms in the next day or two, so pretty soon I will actually have some green beans. Once again, these are a little bit of bug damage going on, but to be expected when you don't use any pesticides, so, or you try not to. So anyway, walk right out here. Oh my goodness. This little yellow pear tomato that was probably a foot, not even a foot tall, the last time we saw it, needs to be trellised up, but I haven't decided what to use yet, so it's doing well. Still have these Mexican hat wildflowers are out here, and the pollinators absolutely adore them, which is good. Pull it on here, and speaking of not using pesticides or trying not to use anything, this would be what's left of my English peas, sweet magnolia, and yes, one brassica, the broccoli that I ran out of memory and I just had to take care of that, so we're back. But if you look closely, you can see all kinds of pests. That's all pest damage, all kinds of bugs on here. And that's because this has become my little trap station. Not just plant, but station. And I am leaving it because seems to be where the majority of pests have gone. And I'm like, y'all have at it. Have a party. This is yours. But anyway, so we go around, pan around, see more of my wildflowers. And right here, the cucumbers that have filled in. I think that's all the Armenian white in both of these spots. And I decided to try my hand at sweet potatoes, starting my own slips. And I wound up with 4. We're a little wilted at the end of the day. I just transplanted these in. And we're going to see how they do. Go on back through here. Artichokes. They're getting taller and taller in here. New growth. I'm excited by them. I'm just not sure what to say about this raised bed. The soil's been kind of giving me some fits. So, well, keep working on it. Go back through here. Oh, but here is the fun part. Post on here. The onions that did not do quite so well for me this year, I decided to plant black-eyed peas. If nothing else, I figured the peas would help with the nitrogen after I cut them back. And I had an old batch of seeds from 2020, 2019. And so I planted really heavy because I didn't think that I would have that great of a germination. As you can tell, I think every single one decided to sprout for me, which is awesome. It really is. Yes, so as you can tell, I'm gonna have to thin these out some, and that's okay. That's actually great. I am just excited that they came up and they're doing well. What I did when I planted
was that I dug furrows and then I backfilled with some other composted manure and soil, and then planted in that to give them a little extra boost, because I just wasn't sure what I was getting out of this bed. So we'll go with that. Not relics. You know, sometimes it's better than others. Go here. There's the regular pickling cucumbers coming in. Back through here, it's kind of a maze. Got dill going through here, and this would be my row of basil. It's all different kinds. I've got sweet basil and lettuce leaf basil, and I believe there's some cinnamon basil in there, just different ones. I love basil. Move over here to some of my sweet peppers. We have got sweet banana right here, and it's doing pretty good. And then these are all my bell peppers. And I have to say, this year's bell peppers, this has been the best for me, that I've ever had as far as getting good sized peppers. And look at these. Now, waiting on these to turn. I believe this is a orange, what's it called? Fun to tag here. Or just orange bell, tangy orange bell peppers. So it's starting to turn, as is this one. So I'm quite pleased with that. And then we're gonna look over here at my tomato jungle, as I like to call it. I've got tomatoes coming out on just about all of my tomato vines here. Got to get out here tomorrow and do some more trellising and trimming. When you've got this many planted this close together, it's imperative to keep them pruned so you can keep airflow. And I'm working on that. So, as you can see, I mulch with straw, and I also have shade cloth over everything. Just about. Being here in Texas, it's generally, everything quits. The tomatoes quit setting fruit, things kind of shrivel up and die on you. And I've discovered with shade cloth, it extends the life of my spring summer garden so much. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at those tomatoes right there. You get an angle. And I love the smell of tomatoes. The green plants, fresh tomatoes, every part of a tomato. Over there, I have got my sunflowers. I have never planted sunflowers like this before, and they're doing so good. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? That is just so pretty and interesting and all in between. So I'm excited about those. We'll go down here and look in the little greenhouse. It's a little bit of a mess. That's real world. Over here. So, more tomatoes. My sweet millions. Look at these. Just look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? These little clusters. And, oh my goodness. That one is starting to turn. Is that going to be my first ripe tomato this year? It just might be. We're still blooming. We're still growing. Come around here. And right here would be all of my little puny tomato plants that got stunted, that have now started to grow. So they will be going into the fall garden. I've got few more pepper plants down there. some more basil that I'll be putting in pots. My butterfly pea vines that are about ready to move. Elderberry, they're in the corner. Chocolate mint.
And walking behind the camera, I decided to turn it around so I can tell you a funny story. Chocolate mint. I adore mint. Everybody goes, don't be careful, it takes over. I'm like, go ahead, take over. I'll just mow it, and then it'll smell good. So that's my outlook on mint. You have yours, I got mine. But everybody says you can't kill mint, nothing bothers it. Let me tell you, that's a story. Came in here the other day, and the reason that mint, let me see if I can pick it up. If you look here, it's a little scraggly. Honestly, look at this. But you see, I'll also look, all those little bitty leaves. That's because it looked absolutely gorgeous. This was full. I was about to put it into a hanging basket, as a matter of fact, so I could do it up on the deck. And I came in here and there's no leaves. I'm like, what in the heck? What happened? What happened? There's this little fat caterpillar had stripped it overnight and was having a good time with the mint. And I was like, oh no. But this is the resiliency of mint. Once I got rid of the caterpillar that was on it, watered it, left it alone, after being completely stripped of all leaves, that's exactly a week later, 6 days since that happened, it's back. And a couple more days, it'll be in a hanging basket. And that's resiliency. And I can only wish that I had that much resiliency to bounce back when things go wrong. But that's my little mint, and that's how it's growing. So these things need to be put out, but we're working on it. Things, whoo, that's bright. Like I said, it's still a little bit early in the day, and I don't know, but I love my little greenhouse. I got my little things in there. I keep it. It's got a shade cloth over the top of it also to help keep the temperature down. It's got windows on the sides. It's got the doors open, and I have a thermometer in there if it gets too hot, I'll turn the sprinkler on, a little mist it a little bit. So we go with there, and I'm going to turn this camera back around again.
You can see here, guys, this is my okra that is just starting to come up. Let's see if I can get it in a little closer. And it's just coming in. I planted it about, I think I planted this Wednesday. Today's Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So 3 days. Yeah, it's amazing what a little bit of warmth, sunshine, and rain will do for you. Anyway, this is a Clemson spineless, and yes, I'll be planting some. I've got another one that's red, and I can't think of the name of it, scarlet something. But I'll succession plant it.
Sorry for that abrupt ending, but I ran out of memory, and by the time I got back out, was able to get back out to it, it was raining. Just one of those surprise blessing showers that we needed desperately. So with that, here's a few pictures to give you an ending. Know that you're awesome and amazing and loved, and I'll talk to you guys later. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Bye-bye.